King K.Rule, like many characters in Smash Bros. Ultimate, has a set of great aerials that help out his gameplay a lot. Yet, like all things, using them properly needs experience and work. Today I want to help you to understand the Kremlin King's aerial force better and show you how to use it. Welcome to K.Rule34's King K.Rule Aerial Guide. To begin this video, we will be looking at one of K.Rule's best overall attacks, some even calling it the very best. His forward air. This long-ranged aerial kick has all that you want from an aerial. It can combo, it can kill, it is pretty safe, it is quite spammable. But how exactly is it used best and how can you combo with it? Forward air is one of King K.Rule's farthest reaching attacks. This combined with a good auto cancel window makes this move quite safe on shield, between -5 and -7 depending on how well your spacing was. This move's hitbox stays out for 7 frames, from frame 11 to frame 17. The first 2 frames of the move are the sweet spot, which deals more damage and knockback. From frame 14 on, the sour spot is out, which, as you may expect, deals less damage and knockback than the sweet spot. This move has 11 frames of landing lag, yet can be auto-cancelled from frame 40 on. Its greatest weakness by far, like most King K.Rule aerials, is its aerial lag. A massive 37 frames makes fast fall forward air offstage incredibly risky and barely survivable on stages with Final Destination's height. And this is only because of a recent buff on the move, as before you were not able to survive ever. So be very careful using this move off stage, even though it can have uses there. Before we actually get to the combos, we have to talk about this move's massive hitbox, which, being disjointed, also beats out many projectiles. Many of the following bread and butter combos usually only work at quite low percent. Some don't even work at all if you just hit a regular forward air. But if we look at this part of its hitbox, taken from ultimateframedata.com, we can see that early on this move reaches quite far behind the actual feet of K.Rule. Hitting with this behind hitbox makes many K.Rule forward air combos work at a way higher percent, and also adds multiple combos. So with that out of the way, let's start with the combos. K.Rule forward air can lead to many simple yet effective bread and butter combos. One of them is forward air into dash attack, a combo that works best at rather low percent. The back hitbox I just talked about can lead to this bread and butter working up to way higher percent, even getting close to becoming a kill confirm. If you manage to hit a landing weak hit of forward air at higher percent, you will actually be able to kill with this combo as well. While the combo I just presented is possible at low percent, it is heavily overshadowed by forward air into grab or dash grab depending on the opponent's percent and weight. While dash attack may feel like safer damage, especially against heavy opponents, grab is just a lot more damage for free, since you can true combo a dash attack out of forward throw, which is pretty much the same combo I just presented, but with the additional forward throw damage. At mid percent, once again, this can work thanks to the back hit of forward air, or later on thanks to the weak hit, which can also lead into kills if your opponent does not manage to mash out before you can hit an instant dash attack, or depending on the percent, up tilt. The best way to actually get this to kill is something I will shortly address now. There is a lot of singular moves that can be comboed out of forward air, which is why I will not address all of them. Depending on the hitbox, nearly all of them can kill confirm though. This can happen if you use a combination of K.Rool's high percent combo hitboxes for fair, the weak hit and the back hit. As you can see here, even the weak hit hits quite far behind and sets up perfectly to combo into grab, dash attack, F tilt, up tilt, even jab if you want to. One of the cases of singular move combos I actually do want to talk about specifically is his forward smash. A strong back hit forward air at lower mid percent can, if spaced well, lead to a true forward smash, with your opponent dying out, which they may at very low percent, as this combo will work earlier. And F smash kills better. And it is as easy as it sounds. Hit the back hit of forward air and just press forward smash. Try this out in training mode and change around the percent to get a feeling, as you will see. While situational, this can be a devastating kill confirm. Another singular hit combo case is going to be forward air into back air. Once again, using the back hit at mid percent, you can true combo a back air spike out of your forward air, even though I am sadly not able to perform this combo well, so you don't see it actually being true in the background. A kind of special case are King K.Rule forward air chains. His fair can combo into itself in some specific scenarios. One of them, once again, is a landing back hit fair, which combos into a rising short hop fair. The way more useful scenario is at ledges though. At upper low percent, you can hit a falling fair at ledge, run off and immediately fair again. The only true follow-up in this scenario if you just hit a regular fair. At least on some characters. Against fast fallers it can be very tricky to actually hit. This combo works as well using a platform to run off of instead of the stage. Maybe even better here, as you can auto-cancel your forward air while landing instead of dealing with all the aerial lag. The last advantage situation for fair is given by its quite low launch angle, putting opponents into tech chase situations depending on height and percent. Reading their tech options or getting a jab lock can lead to insane damage, maybe even an early kill. King K.Rool's forward air is a very versatile tool in his kit, and definitely one of his greatest attacks. It has many great use situations and is usually best used to wall out your opponent in neutral and start combos off of it. There's only one great downside to this move. Most of what it can do, a later aerial can do as well, and better. The second move we are going to look at is K.Rool's less popular spike for clips, yet definitely the more effective one. Down air. A move with a deceptively huge hitbox and much more going for it than you may think at first glance. But what exactly is it that makes this move so much better than his more famous spike? King K.Rule's down air is one of the Kremlin King's least safe aerials, being -9 on shield at best if spaced correctly. It is also quite a slow option out of shield, even if sometimes useful against quite laggy moves, as it's easy to kill with this as a combo starter. This move stays out for 7 frames consecutively, which sounds like a lot at first, which it is. Yet only the first 2 frames of this move actually spike. Afterwards, a sour hit lingers, which hits opponents sideways instead of downwards, yet still has more power than you may think. The move's hitbox stays out from frame 14 to frame 21, as his forward air being able to be auto-cancelled on from frame 40 on. As we talk about 40 frames though, we are already getting to this move's great weakness. The aerial lag also takes 40 frames, even more than the already laggy forward air. While a drop zone down air can be very useful, using it off stage is always a risk. Just landing on stage only has 14 frames of landing lag though, as well as the auto cancel window. At first you may think, alright, and what does that help a spike? But once you look closer at this move's hitbox, you will realize it does way more than it seems at first. Because this attack is King K.Rule's premier way of 2-framing that can hit far below ledge, getting you powerful spike kills at quite low percent without you even leaving the stage for a single frame. Part of the reason for this is also a great disjoint on the move, which can also beat out many projectiles and even King K.Rule's very own up B, a move that many struggle with spiking. Another upside of the move, compared to forward air, is that this move, like a majority of K.Rule's aerials, protects the Croc with belly armor from frame 14 to frame 25. This may not sound too useful on a move like this, but can be devastating once you realize that the belly armor and the hitbox do overlap on parts of the belly. Your opponent may jump into you from the side of stage. You armor their move, for example a little max side B, and suddenly they get knocked far off stage because of your sour down air, if they don't just die anyways. Before we can start with this section, we have to shortly talk about the different things K.Rule there can do to grounded opponents. Depending on the opponent's weight and percent, down air either deals enough damage to knock them upwards, or it doesn't. If it doesn't yet would in a few percent, your opponent will be in quite some grounded hit stun, leading to many devastating combos. Once again, I will not cover every single move that can combo out of down air in any way, but kill confirms and effective combos. Once again, King K.Rule's grab game is a very strong part of his kit, so being able to combo into his grab is very effective. Well, down air can do so a little before sending up, and as it sends up as well, even allowing to do so with pivot grab. Since down air can also true combo into down tilt, if it does not quite send upwards yet, you can string together interesting stuff that deals a lot of damage, like down air into down tilt into down air into pivot grab and then mesh read up smash. Or you can just go for down air into up smash and up air, other powerful kill confirms. If the percentage is just right and if you hit a down air right before you land, you can even combo K.Rule down air into F smash for a very powerful confirm that can obliterate stocks at 50 or even lower. Combine this with the already mentioned down air into down tilt and follow up with what I just told you to get a King K.Rule classic, the Kremlin combo. An insanely powerful and not that hard to perform kill combo that delete stocks very early if you just manage to land a single well-spaced down air. If that is not enough power for you, you may still remember a combo I showed off in my projectile combo guide, which I just called the Circle. Which is pretty much a Kremlin combo, but you just start with jab jab reverse crown and then short hop a down air using the move at the highest point of the jump while fast falling to get a pretty much frame perfect down tilt before down air and F smash. Adding platforms into the mix makes this move even more versatile as it hits quite some below them and send your opponents up so you can do confirms at higher percent and do one of my favorite disrespect against no mesh opponents. Down air on plat into a grab, down throw, jab one so they just fall off and do not tag falling down on the ground, and then jab lock into a read or a dash attack. The most useful application for this is probably getting down air into F smash at higher percent if you catch someone off guard. K.Rule's down air is best used as a 2-frame tool with great power. If it is not spammed, there are multiple other occasions as well, like just running off and daring someone who is lazy drifting in the drop zone, or a stray hit on stage, which can lead to mass destruction. It may very well be K.Rule's hardest aerial to really master, but it really is worth it. Back air. King K.Rule's most famous aerial and one of the 2 meteor back airs in Smash Bros. Ultimate. This powerhouse of a move is one of the most powerful attacks in King K.Rule's whole kit, and everyone's favorite combo finisher. But while many just see a strong spike, what is actually behind this move? King K.Rule's back air is his aerial with the greatest startup, with the hitbox starting at frame 18. From here on, this dunk is active for 3 frames, all of which spike on the fist and send sideways on the arm. Even though this is the Kremlin King's most powerful aerial, it also has less end lag than both aerials we previously talked about. Yet obviously still a lot, with 29 frames. Its landing lag is the same as K.Rule's other spike, standing at 14 frames. This move, if spaced well, is decently safe on shield, at best -7, yet this can go up to -9. This move does not auto-cancel as well as the 2 aerials prior, only cancelling from frame 50 on, when the move itself has already ended. If your opponent is grounded and you hit the sweet spot, they will not get sent directly upwards like most spikes do. Instead, it will launch them in the same slight upwards angle that the sour hit does airborne, just with way more power. Catching a neutral get up or get up attack at ledge with this can sometimes lead to kills as early as some smash attacks, if not earlier, especially with rage. Getting a good catch there, and you might just take the stock at below 70. If you want to go all the way, go to Town and City. If the Kalos-like platforms appear and you hit a sweet spot back air, which may happen as forward throw and neutral B set up tech situations on the platforms, you can kill at 30. But even at the regular ledge, I managed to take stocks at less than 50% before. To all of this comes the fact that, like many of the Crocs moves, this back air can 2-frame if spaced well, which may sound like it makes down air useless, yet doesn't, as it's way harder to get because of the lower downwards range. Talking about range though, This move's hitbox is massive and can catch opponents that are above K.Rule, but also ones that are below. Second of which especially helps while ledge trapping, as it makes covering rolls a lot easier. Back air has a great downside as a trade-off for its power. It barely combos. Yet there is still a few things you can do. For once, we have a classic. Crown into back air. Not much to talk about here. You all know it, you all love it. Or not if you have seen it as a clip 87 different times, because some people don't even try to be saucy and use it in a combo. Crown into back air can also be used as part of an on-stage confirm that many probably know best because of the world's former top king K.Rule, the Australian Ben Gold, who took a game off of Samsara at Congo Saga with this. If you hit reverse crown, likely with 2 jabs beforehand, and hit the back air while not being off stage, you can combo an up air if done correctly and if the back air is not tagged, leading to an early kill. A little more niche are back air into grab or down tilt combos. These work similar to the down air mechanic, where the move gives you grounded hit stun if not at high enough percent. The only difference with back air, as I said before, is that hitting a grounded opponent launches them far away. But if you hit an airborne opponent above the stage, with back air at low percent they will not bounce off the ground and be in some hit stun for you to get stuff. Setups for getting a bear like this are, once again, reverse crown, which can be comboed into back air, or in niche situations, a JLS, which I did a video about that you can watch. The last situation where back air can combo is only possible with platforms. If you hit a back air spike at mid percent or higher and land on a plat while your opponent gets hit beside it, you may be able to get a forward smash or an up smash out of the back air, which can also be somewhat combined with the Ben Gold confirm as you see in the background, as it got me to deep smash once. King K.Rule's back air suffers from its startup and from being punishable. Yet if used correctly in good situations, this move can become a powerful weapon. The best uses for this are ledge trapping and walling out opponents to scare them in neutral. If your opponent does not have a great out of shield option, using it to pressure shield is also possible. And obviously, you can and will dunk your opponent's ass no matter the consequences, because this is what we K.Rules do. Two areas are left to look at. And we are going to start with maybe King K.Rule's most unique one, his up air. Newer K.Rule players may see this move and be at a loss. What do I want with this laggy headbutt? Up air is likely King K.Rule's hardest to comprehend area, and many, my past self included, may find themselves not using this move pretty much at all. So let's see why up air actually has good uses. Looking at up air, the first thing you will notice is the move's insane end lag of nearly a whole second. 52 frames to be more exact. The landing lag only is set to 13 frames, yet cancelling this area can be very tricky thanks to its special property, the small jump it does in the beginning. This makes K.Rule up air nearly impossible to perform landing. The only way to do so is another niche thing many may not know about. If you use this move right after you get out of hit stun, you are not going to perform this hop, which can be useful in rare cases, but deadly to yourself in others. While the end lag of this move is humongous, its startup is definitely not a weakness. This move is tied for K.Rule's fastest starting aerial, with the hitbox starting to be active at frame 7. From here on, this move is active for 13 frames until frame 19. The move's sweet spot lasts quite long as well, from frame 7 until 13. During this period, K.Rule's head is also intangible, making these few frames a very bad time to try and punish, combined with this move's super armor that stays out for the entire hitbox, no matter if sweet or sour spot. If you even hit an opponent on a platform that is sitting in shield with this, or your sharking up air catches someone's shield, be ready for a move that is -8 to -9 on shield. This move also auto-cancels from frame 70 onward. The only way to really use the landing lag and auto-cancel anyways is to use the hop to land on a platform, or if off stage, get on stage with it. Once again, like with down air, be very attacking K.Rule's side as hitbox and super armor once again collide. This move's biggest upside is its immense power, being able to get kills very early if you can manage to catch someone above you. Well, I would like to start this section off strong, but up air's immense ending lag makes combos become near impossible. It can only be used as a combo finisher in some scenarios shown before, for example after down air or back air. Other than that, you have your classic reverse round up air confirm, which is good to have a feeling for. Other than this, the only way to really use this in combos is to read your opponent. Juggling as well is hard to do, once again thanks to this move's massive end lag. Outside of some confirms, up air's main use is actually off stage, as weird as it may sound. Up air's hop lets you drift during it, and is a great stalling and movement option to prevent high recoveries and get under the ledge. And that's definitely its most prominent use. If done right, up air can also be used for sharking, as the move will get you on the stage and has quite a decent hitbox upwards. Overall, while catching opponents is definitely a good use thanks to the immense power. I really like this move, but only as a movement tool. Small baits like running off a platform and up-airing right back, as the hop's height is perfect for this, can do wonder. Still, no use will ever top this move's air stalling. Now we are left with one single aerial. King K.Rule's neutral air. Remember how in the beginning of this video I said that some argue about King K.Rule's forward air being his best overall move, yet I disagreed? Well, this monster of a move is why I do so. K.Rule's best move by far, and also the one that overshadows many of the things forward air does. So why exactly is King K.Rule's snare busted? To start the list of strengths off, we can immediately see that this move is the aerial tied up with up air for the fastest startup in K.Rule's kit. On frame 7, K.Rule becomes a massive iron balloon, the official name for this move. and stays out with a sweet spot for 2 frames. Not too great, you think? Let me introduce you to the weak hit. After frame 8, where the strong hit ends, we still got a sour hit until frame 30. This move is active for 24 frames. Do all of those frames have belly armor as well? That would be way too broken, right? Well, I can soothe you. K.Rule's neutral air does not have 24 frames of belly armor. Because for some reason the armor starts a frame before the hitbox comes out. From frame 6 until frame 30. K.Rule will armor all you throw at his belly, which he already massively expands. So let's talk about some more frame data. Remember down air's 14 frames of landing lag? K.Rule Nair has 15 frames. In the air, the landing lag is cut to 9 frames. Not safe enough yet. From frame 40 on, this move can auto-cancel. This combination of great stats combined with the shield stun leads to a move that can go as low as -4 frames on shield. The armor combined with a hitbox stat while not going away from K.Rule is still very big. Also makes for an insane gimping tool on characters with predictable and not far-reaching recoveries. So, neutral air is safe, active, has armor, gimps, and has a big hitbox. Truly a broken move, which single-handedly makes Rule's disadvantage become at least acceptable. At least this move doesn't kill outside of gimps. Right? Well, while not being the most powerful, K.Rule's strong Nair does definitely also pack a punch that can take stocks. Good that at least this move isn't an insane combo tool. That would be way too stupid, right? So, let's see what this move can bring combo-wise. Well, this set of combos is actually very similar to what we saw in the beginning of the video. Nair combos into dash attack, tilts, jab, grab, forward air. What differs compared to fair is obviously a missing back hit to have combos be true for longer. Yet more shield safety to pressure better with, for example, Nair into jab. This move's lower knockback makes combos be more true though, and also adds a few. While this combo is very tight, it is possible to combo King K.Rule's Nair into a down tilt bury, at low percent using the strong, at low mid percent using the weak hit. Doesn't actually sound too good since fair just does this, but better. Well, now take into account the amount of time Nair stays out. This move is very easy to hit as a combo starter. And now look at fair's weakness of not having kill confirms except out of very specific hitboxes because of its high knockback. Now, what if neutral air can easily confirm a sour hit into a dash attack for a kill? Or a sour hit into a grab? Or a sour hit into a sliding F tilt? Neutral air is your combo tool at percent where forward air doesn't do the job anymore. And more. A sweet Nair can get you combos at the same percent fair does, like Nair into grab at 0. What we've got here is nothing short of a long-lasting, armored, safe aerial that can get you free combos and kills if you just know what you are doing. King K.Rule's Nair is broken. Like, really. It is a go-to move in many situations and a tool that makes K.Rule who he is. The only downsides of the move that I can think of are its use for once. Why that? Because in many situations, for example while being juggled, it is K.Rule's by far most effective move, making it very predictable if you spam it. So as appealing as Nair is, try mixing up your options while landing, even if other options may sound worse at first. Because in the end, nothing is worse than being predictable. This tendency to spam the move that comes with its stats also gives the second weakness. 25 moves of armor are insane. But don't forget that this armor can also break. So now, we have taken a deeper look at every single one of King K.Rule's aerials. Looked at upsides and downsides, uses and go-tos, combos and confirms. And I hope I could show you what I as a player really think about this set of aerials. That they are all great in their own ways. While some of the aerials are obviously better than others, no aerial has no use in K.Rule's kit. You just got to know how to use them. And I hope I could help you with that today. If you still have questions left, don't hesitate to ask in the comments. If you think this guide was helpful, I'd really appreciate if you'd leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Know someone playing K.Rule who could profit from this? Share this video with them. And with that, have a great day and hopefully see you in another video.